Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Geoff Grammer with the Albuquerque Journal, and this is What's Up in 505, sports stories with Albuquerque ties, told in kind of 5 minutes and 5 seconds. I haven't hit 505 just yet, but today's guest is nice enough to join us, a former Albuquerque connection, Bethany Miller from KOAT, who is now with WGAL. Bethany, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You are you're big time, but we're about to talk with that. I'm going to hit the clock here. You're going to get hit with some hard hitting questions here. I hope you're
I can't
ready
wait.
for
I'm
what's
ready.
up in
Hit
505.
me.
All right, clock is rolling. Bethany, your time in Albuquerque was most remembered by what? Most memorable moment in Albuquerque covering sports was what?
Oh my gosh, my most memorable moment ever in Albuquerque.
I know right
Honestly,
off the bat, I'm hitting you with the big stuff.
that's crazy. I mean, I was there for what, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I'm just a sucker for some high school football. I really am. But now that I'm talking about it, it has to be like the pit. When I moved out there and was telling people like, "Hey, I'm gonna be covering the Lobos. I'm gonna be covering University of New Mexico." Everybody was like, "The pit. Are you gonna go to the pit?" And being a part of that first season with Richard Pitino and seeing the empty seats in that arena come to my final game there and it being sold out, a conference opponent. It was deafening the amount of times I would have to turn down my camera audio because people were screaming so loud behind me. I rooted their success on from afar afterwards. I was so excited to see them make the NCAA tournament. That the Lobos far surpasses it for me.
It was interesting because when you got here, I remember, and I tell newcomers to the Albuquerque sports scene a lot, like when it's right, the pit really is it's different. It's something special. But you did get here when it was empty, and I'm sure there was a little bit of look. I went to Alabama. I know what big time sports is about, but like in
Yeah.
this community, when it's right, the pit is pretty special.
The dedication of the fan base too. I mean, I'm not even kidding you, but like me and my husband still root for like the Lobos. Like we have our merchandise. We were rooting for them in the tournament. I was honestly so mad, and I told Richard Pitino, I said, if you make the NCAA tournament 2 weeks after I leave, I'm gonna be so mad. And he said, I hope I make you so angry, and that he did. But
And
it
he
was a
did.
really cool experience because I saw it happen in real time. I saw like the buy-in of the fan base and the players as well, and it
Yeah.
was just such a cool thing to be a part of.
All right. You did mention high school sports. You do have a soft spot in your heart for high school football, and I remember you saying that right off the bat when you got to Albuquerque. And I'm curious how much high school sports you're still able to do at WGAL.
Lucky enough, high school football, I feel everywhere is just absolutely king, no matter what community I'm in, and especially here. And the cool part about me being at WGAL is this is my hometown station. So now I'm covering not only my alma mater, but I'm covering like all the rivals that I used to play against when I played high school volleyball. So it's a really cool experience. But my husband's a high school football coach, so we really have just kind of like went head first into this community. And I've been gearing up for our Football Friday show for weeks now, and we're less than 2 weeks to go. So high school football will always just kind of reign supreme for me.
Do Friday nights give you I don't know, nerves, anxiety? I mean, it's like I know for me, like I still walk into a stadium for a big game. I wouldn't say it's nerves, but I'm still excited.
I am so excited. I think I get nervous too, especially with my first year here. We kind of revamped the show that they do, and I modeled it a lot like The Rundown, which people I'm sure watch on KOAT, which is the show that Ron Burke and I started. And I modeled it a lot like that. And people bought in really easily. They loved the product, and we've been able to cover, so much in the community. But the nerves I felt on week one last year were like it felt like I was taking the field. You know what I mean? But it was so successful, and I can't wait, to start again and make it better each and every year.
You have had in your time since Albuquerque a chance to cover. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, well, right now a top five football team. You're
Yeah.
covering a Super Bowl. You've covered some pretty high level stuff since
Yeah.
leaving Albuquerque. What's the biggest sporting event you covered? It's got to be the Super Bowl, right?
Has to be Super Bowl 59. That was my first Super Bowl. Well, and you said you were going to bring it up, but I did go to Alabama. So I have been covering big bowl games before, but it's really cool to be able to travel. I mean, I covered the Big Ten championship game, and Penn State punched their ticket like, what, 4 days before kickoff? So that was amazing. I went to the Fiesta Bowl, I went to the Orange Bowl, but yeah, nothing beats the Super Bowl in my opinion. I was also at the NFC Championship. It was just really cool to be a part of. And I just remember riding up the escalator to my seat and kind of being like, oh, crap, I made it in a way. This is kind of like one of those pinch me life career dreams. And it was a really cool experience. And I'm just hoping to add like 15 more onto the list.
15 is all. You don't ask for much.
Right?
I'll rapid fire these last couple here. There's a bit of a sisterhood. I see you and Lauren and even Natalie who came after you. Ruby's there at KOAT now. I see you guys interacting a little bit on Instagram. Is there a sisterhood with you guys all kind of rooting for each other's success? It seems like.
Oh my gosh, incredible. Lauren was actually at my wedding, and watching her with the Utah Jazz, like I get chills thinking about it. She's literally going to be in Hollywood now in that movie. Natalie, I've also been rooting for, and obviously she just took the job in Las Vegas doing celebrity poker, but even the pageants and things like that. But anytime that I can support a woman in this industry from afar, it's hard to get into. You're doubted no matter what you do. And so a sisterhood is like what we can give back and supporting the women that come behind us. And so I'm just lucky to be in the conversation. I'm lucky to be in the room with them. But it is so cool seeing, what we're able to do. And all of that really comes from Albuquerque. And, we spent a lot of years there. So it was really incredible.
I did, after you left, I did bring eyelash glue for Lauren. When I heard you two talking about it, she said, who am I going to borrow the eyelash glue from now? And I was buying, I don't know if you've heard this story. I've told it to someone else, but I was buying my daughter something on Amazon, and it popped in my head. So I actually bought on Amazon some eyelash glue and brought it to Lauren after you left.
So you're a part of the sisterhood.
I'm in the sisterhood, sister. So
you're lucky.
I know we're at flashing zeros, so I'm going to ask you the question. You don't even have to give it an answer, but here was the hard-hitting one I was going to finish up with. You and your husband have one family or one weekend dinner guest you get to invite. Are you throwing a party for a guest of Taylor Swift, Nick Saban, or your dog?
Oh, no. That's the hardest question I've ever gotten in my life. I will say the first thing that popped into my head was Nick Saban, only because like we both mutually love him. Like we put him at the top of our Christmas tree. Like he is our angel. But God, you threw in Taylor Swift there. I'll say Nick Saban just to be nice. Right. Only because I feel like if I hosted Taylor Swift, I wouldn't be able to formulate words. So it would just be like me just staring at her. You know what I mean? And then I see my dog every day.
I was gonna say you see him every day, and you gets the birthday party every year too. I know he does.
He does. I'm a millennial woman. What else can I do? That's my son.
Bethany, you're awesome. Thank you for doing this. Good luck with everything you're doing out there, man. Enjoy good luck with the 15 more Super Bowls and huge sporting events you get to cover.
Thank you so much. I miss Albuquerque each and every day. I can't wait to come back and visit. Thanks for having me on.